I woke up to a miracle today. Triggers fade as I find my way. No judgment to lead astray. In this peaceful state I'll stay.
Welcome. Today we're exploring a really simple yet profound idea. Creation's gentleness is all I see, a powerful tool for shifting how you experience the world, almost like a shortcut to peace.
It starts with a premise that can be a bit startling, honestly. The idea that we've fundamentally misunderstood the world. Completely.
Right.
And that this misunderstanding isn't just a minor error, it's directly tied to projection. The concept is we've laid my sins on it and saw them looking back at me. So the turmoil we see, it's coming from inside us.
And that's our focus today. Not just admitting, okay, maybe I got it wrong, but digging into how that error happens, how we put on these, let's call them guilt-tinted glasses, and then are shocked when the world looks harsh or threatening. We want to understand that mechanism.
What's key here is the non-judgmental way this is presented. It simply states, I have indeed misunderstood the world. There's no blame attached. Recognizing this is actually freeing, because if the problem is in my perception, then the solution is also within my control. I don't have to fix everything out there.
Yeah, that shift is huge, because when we look through those internal filters, those glasses, everything does look threatening. We think how fierce they seemed. We get totally caught up believing the danger is external, in the world instead of in my mind alone. It's like we're the movie projector. We're casting these images of our own inner conflict onto the screen of the world, and then we jump back scared by what we projected. The big step is realizing, wait, I'm the one running the projector.
Exactly. And the language used to describe the alternative vision is deliberately peaceful, almost poetic. It contrasts so sharply with the fear of projection. It keeps reminding you that you have moment-by-moment control over what you choose to see and therefore how you feel.
Which brings us to the countervision itself. Seeing the world in the celestial gentleness with which creation shines. Just saying that phrase, celestial gentleness, it kind of shifts your energy, doesn't it? Pulls you away from that default background hum of anxiety the ego thrives on.
It does. And the logic behind being able to choose this gentleness is laid out clearly. The images I see reflect my thoughts, yet is my mind at one with God's, and so I can perceive creation's gentleness. Now, psychologically speaking, this doesn't have to be seen purely theologically.
Right.
It points to a deeper level of awareness beneath our personal fears and judgments, a shared, unified, calm state. Seeing gentleness isn't wishful thinking. It's described as remembering our natural state. A state that's already whole and peaceful.
I find that contrast incredibly helpful. The ego's mode is always buzzing with this agitation, ready to fight or defend. But the invitation here is to look in quiet upon the world. That quiet looking isn't passive, it's a deliberate pause. Stepping back from the internal noise just long enough to remember that underlying calm. And honestly, just catching yourself in that agitated ego mode. That's huge progress.
And as you practice this, you do start noticing it more. I had this experience just last night, actually. Working late, pretty chaotic environment noise, people tired, some rough talk. And there was this one worker just moving calmly through it all. His expression was completely serene, neutral. It really struck me. He just seemed, in this world, but not of it. It was so visible, that peace he carried. I actually stopped and told him how much I appreciated seeing his tranquility amidst the chaos.
That's such a great real-world example.
Yeah.
because I know exactly how the typical, say, corporate or competitive mindset would read that situation. Someone that serene in chaos, they'd think, what's wrong with him? Is he detached, irresponsible, naive?
Right.
The fearful mind projects its own anxiety onto him, seeing his calm as a problem. But you saw someone operating from inner alignment.
Yes. And he just smiled and said he always tries to keep that quiet approach no matter what's going on around him. And that's the ripple effect, isn't it? He wasn't preaching or trying to change anyone. He was just being peaceful. It's living proof that gentleness is possible anywhere.
It proves the peace comes from him, not from his circumstances needing to be perfect first.
Yeah.
You see the opposite all the time. I always think of the grocery store. It feels like ego boot camp sometimes, right?
Yes, it can be.
All the little triggers are there.
Yeah.
The lights, the crowds, someone blocking the aisle, the checkout line. It's so easy to just slip into irritation and blame the slow cashier or the store itself for how you feel.
Absolutely. And when we project that internal frustration outward, we feel totally justified in being annoyed or angry. We've decided the external world is the cause of our bad feeling. But then, as the lesson says, we're shocked at how fierce they seemed. The world looks like an enemy because we've made it carry our own conflicts.
So through the ego's lens, that calm worker looks suspicious. But through the lens of gentleness, remembering our shared nature, you see the light in him, the peace.
The real challenge, though, comes when we try to apply this actively, especially in situations where judgment and, frankly, aggression seem like the expected norm. The ego mind fights back hard, telling you you're being naive, weak, or irresponsible for choosing gentleness.
That's the core issue, isn't it? Particularly in work settings or high-pressure social situations. The ego uses the group consensus as proof. See, everyone else agrees this situation is terrible. Everyone else is angry. You must be wrong to see it differently. So let's get practical. Imagine that meeting scenario. A mistake happened, fingers are pointing, blame is flying. The pressure's on you to join in. Show you're part of the team by condemning someone. How do you hold on to that gentle vision when everyone's pushing back?
It's a very real scenario, and the approach isn't about becoming a doormat or pretending the problem doesn't exist. The quiet looking is internal. It's about refusing to join the conflict within your own mind. You separate your choice of perception from the external drama. Your first priority is maintaining your own peace.
Okay, I see the internal benefit, but what about the external reality? In some environments, refusing to join the pile-on could be seen as being uncooperative, maybe even disloyal, especially if the stakes feel high. Doesn't choosing gentleness carry a professional risk sometimes?
It can feel that way, certainly. But the framework offers a way to respond constructively without adding to the attack. By staying centered and non-judgmental internally, you actually free up your mental energy to focus on solutions, not blame. It's arguably more professional, just without the emotional static. So here's a kind of step-by-step guide for navigating that moment.
Okay, let's hear it. This is what people need.
All right. First step, pause and notice. Before you jump in, just feel that tension in your body, the tight jaw, the faster heartbeat. Recognize it and silently label it. Okay, this feeling, this is the ego's push to join the fight.
Just acknowledging it. Okay.
Second, recall the lesson. Bring the core idea back to mind, silently. Creation's gentleness is all I see. The fear isn't out there, it's in my mind. This helps reset your internal compass.
Anchor in the unified mind. Remind yourself, my mind is connected to true perception. I don't have to see attack. I don't have to respond with attack. You're consciously choosing peace internally.
That internal choice is key.
Fourth, respond briefly from gentleness. This is crucial. Say something constructive. Shift the focus away from blame. Something like, okay, let's focus on how we fix this, or what steps do we need to take right now to move forward?
Hold your vision. If people push back, If they insist on more blame or call you naive, don't get drawn into defending yourself or arguing. Just quietly reaffirm inside. Gentleness is my choice here. I see this differently.
You don't have to convince them.
And that leads to the sixth step, release. After the meeting, let go of needing to have changed anyone's mind. Your success wasn't about winning the argument. It was about holding on to your choice for gentleness instead of getting sucked into the conflict.
That's step 4. Responding briefly and constructively feels so important. You're not ignoring the problem. You're not even necessarily defending the person being blamed if they did make a mistake. You're just channeling the energy away from destruction towards resolution, all while keeping your own peace.
That redirection is the heart of it. Moving from seeing external threats, which are really just our own projected stuff looking back at us, to recognizing the underlying light, the inherent gentleness. It's a choice we make inside, regardless of the chaos outside. So, wrapping up our exploration of Lesson 265 today, we've really covered the journey from acknowledging that fundamental misunderstanding of the world,
to understanding the mechanism of projection, how we lay our sins or guilt upon it and see fierceness back.
We talked about the crucial role of inner quiet in making the shift to seeing the celestial gentleness.
And we worked through that practical 6-step framework for how you can actually apply this vision, how you can hold on to gentleness even when facing external pressure or negativity.
The core message seems to be that the world's perceived fierceness is a choice of perception, not an objective reality. That gentleness is always present, just waiting beneath our projections.
It's always there, waiting for you to simply choose to see it by withdrawing the judgments you placed upon it.
It's a way to live differently, moment by moment, choice by choice. That framework gives us something really tangible to work with.
Thank you for joining us for this discussion today.
We'll be back soon to explore another lesson. Until then, remember, creation's gentleness truly is all around you, just waiting to be seen.